Thank you so much. My name is Wally Houck and with Communico, and I'm delighted and honored to be with Norma Diaz today, CEO of Community Health Group in San Diego, California. And Community Health Group is dedicated to providing and coordinating quality health care in a manner that's culturally sensitive to all San Diego residents. And they've done that for almost 40 years now. And as one of the oldest health plans in the county, they take pride in the fine art of customer service and creating a customer experience culture. And that's what we're here to talk about today. And I'm delighted again and honored to have Norma Diaz, CEO of Community Health Group here. Norma, welcome.
Thank you very much, Wally, and I'm delighted also to be able to do this for you and for us. So,
yes,
question
away. So I just have a couple of quick questions. I'm curious, how has the work with Magic of Customer Relations and Communico created this positive transformation to a service culture for your organization?
Okay, so Community Health Group brought Communico into our lives, and we actually here refer to it as Magic. We got introduced to Magic close to about 30 years ago, and the before environment for me was I felt like we were always paying lip service to customer service, but I didn't really feel like we were actually, doing what we needed to do for the members. So when Magic came into our lives, when we started to embrace Magic, what it did is it's transform our culture from just lip service to a culture where our employees were actually beginning to put the needs of our members first. And so it created a very committed culture where our employees say, okay, what do we need to do for the employee? And what do we need to do for our members? And what do we need to do for the community? So at first it was just about, okay, how are we going to serve our members? And all of a sudden we were serving our employees, and we were serving our members, and we were serving our community in a very different way. And to me, we call it the Magic way. And it just started to become part of our DNA. It started to be like the air that we breathe. And we didn't have to try really hard to like smile and make eye contact and all of that stuff, because it's not your regular customer service program. For me, Magic is more about building a lasting relationship. And you know that there are no perfect relationships, but when you are working towards building a relationship that's going to last for many years, you tend to look at things very, very, very different. And for me, that's what it's done. We had our before and we had our after. And I think I would say that before it was lip service, and now it's just part of the way that we do business.
Wow, thank you so much. And so that's a demonstration of some of the results. Are there any other results that you'd care to share that have benefited you personally and your employees and your customers that you've noticed?
It took me a while. I was probably about 32, 33, 34, I don't know, when Magic came into our lives. And when I started Magic, I was like, wow, this is it. Somebody turn on the light. Because what happened is that it felt like this is a calling within my calling. Okay, wow. I've gone from having a job, I've gone from having a career, and I've gone from being a director who is directing employees to actually connecting with employees. And that's the part that for me was missing. I had the job, I had the career, I had the house, I had the car, I had the clothes, I had all of those things. But inside of me, I always felt like there's something here that's missing. So when Magic came, it was like, wow, this is great. And I began to look at the tasks that I did as more of a, what am I doing for the employee? Because when I was thinking about the job, it was like, that was about me. When I was thinking about the career, it was about me. But inside of me, I didn't want to do things for me. I wanted to do things for others. Okay. Wow. And so when I discovered that, I was like, wow, I'm not processing a personnel action form that says that this person is now going from this salary over to 5% more. I was like, I am processing a smile on somebody's face, because when the employee gets this personnel action form, they're not going to see the form that I had to type out. At the time, we were still using typewriters. they're going to see that, wow, I now make 5% more than I did before. And that brought a smile to their face. So
Wow.
when I started to see things from that perspective, my whole world changed for me.
Oh, wow.
And then my world started to change with my family. My world started to change with the way that I dealt with people at work. And I was like, this is good. You know,
Wow.
from a very young age, I found out that I wanted to be in the business of helping others. And I couldn't quite see the connection when they took me away from being in front of the patient to being in human resources. And I said, wait a minute, I got it. I am actually here serving the employees who serve the patients.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, I went from helping one, patient at a time to helping lots of patients at a time, because as a trainer, when I trained everybody, I said, if they follow that philosophy, my reach is broader. And that was just like, yep.
Wow.
And when I went from that transformation, this is kind of a funny way to measure it. But before then, I never, ever used to get thank you cards. I never used to get, those kinds of things. And when I started a magic way, when I started to, when it became part of who I was, I get thank you cards almost every single day. I get some very heartfelt feelings. Today, I walked in and I saw this woman, one of our employees, and she said to me, I wrote a letter to you. It's a very long letter, but I'm not ready to give it to you. And I said, why not? She says, because I don't want to cry when I give it to you. I said, okay, you're making me cry already. And I'm so anxious to see that letter. And I go, what did she write to me?
Oh
and
my
so
gosh.
every day, that's how, in my mind, I measure. And I just adopted the quality index into everything that I do. And it's just how I live. And
Oh my
so
goodness.
it transformed me, and it transformed the way that I dealt with employees. And the more employees I have who come into work and are smiling when they come in, then I know that I'm actually having an impact on the members that we serve. So yes,
Oh my goodness.
because of my own internal changes, the shift that I had to make internally in the way that I saw my job, the way that I saw my career, in my world, it has influenced other people. And the benefit is to our members and to our community and to me. So
My goodness. Thank you so much. Yeah, creating a service culture today is becoming more and more important and on the radar of many CEOs. What advice would you provide any CEO that wants to create a service culture as you have here at Community Health Group?
So I think that what I would say is just do it. If you're thinking about bringing Communico to your organization, if you're thinking about bringing magic to your organization, just do it. It's not a flavor of the month. We have lots of trainings. It's like, okay, this year we're into this year we're into that. And magic has been in our life for close to 30 years. And honestly, I have not seen too many programs that last that long. And
Yes.
I believe that if it has lasted and if it has survived and if it has thrived in our organization for 30 years, is because it works, because it becomes part of who you are. It becomes part of your DNA. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. It's not just about the corporate life. It's about you. So if it changes you, it changes your community, it changes your members, it changes your friends, it changes all of your relationships. And that is a great feeling, to be able to find a program that impacts you all over the place, not just at
Yes.
work. Okay.
Yes.
And so for us, it's been great. Magic works whenever I run. We're not perfect. Whenever I run into trouble, all I do is pick up the phone. I call Communico and I said, I'm in trouble. Please help me out. They're always there to help me out. It's like a big family. Your staff is amazing. And I don't
Yes.
say that lightly. They are amazing. And they help me resolve issues that we may have as a corporation that may be affecting the members. And anything that affects the members is, it's going to affect, I hate to say it, our bottom line.
Yes.
And so, business is, at the end of the day, in my opinion, about people. And if you don't take care of the people aspect of things, then you know what, your bottom line is not going to thrive. And it's just not. We're a nonprofit organization. We don't have a lot of money, but we have invested in magic for the past 30 years. And as long as I'm the CEO of the company, it's the way that's going to be the magic way, the CHG way.
Norma Diaz, CEO, Community Health Group, San Diego. Thank you so very much for your time today, and thank you so much for your insights.
You're quite
Have a great
welcome.
day.
All right, you too, Wally. Bye-bye.